Welcome to my session. I am Elisa, and I come from Germany, and it's my pleasure to be here with you. It's my first time in the US, and yeah, I love to be here. Thank you. I studied marketing, and I started to work in 2000 as a media designer. I do Joomla since 2006, and in 2016 I was design lead in the Joomla project. I wrote a book with David Jardin in 2017. It's a real big Joomla book. And I'm self-employed since 10 years now. And if you want to get the slides later, I will tweet them. Follow me on Twitter. My nick is Elisa Sophia. I want to ask you, please, to ask questions in the end. I will give you a short insight about the current state of the Joomla 4 template. Before that, I want to show you a little bit the Joomla backend design history. Who of you still knows that one? Yeah, which version is it? I heard 1.5. Yeah, exactly. It's 1.0. It's nice. It's brilliant, yeah. And this one? How many of you know that one? 2.5. Victor. That's the 1.5 back. And this one? Yeah, 1.7, 2.5 was quite similar. 1.6. 1.6 also. And do you know this screen?
It's not 393.
Who knows the screen?
It says 392.
Who knows the screen? You?
399.0.
No.
Yeah, how many? Raise your hands. You all know the screen? You should update more often.
Is it my website?
That was my website. No. Yes. You see, I was the last logged in user. So it's 3.9. Yeah. Who of you already saw the Joomla 4 backend? Yeah? That's the Joomla 4 backend. Do you like it?
No.
It is the Joomla 4 backend. It is?
2016.
How do you know?
I saw it on the right button, you know. Eagle eyes.
I should have shown you that.
I wrote it, man.
Yeah, that is the state of 2016, and there's a set of buttons, how the button should look like, and yeah, I was really proud of this. You don't see it on the beam. It was a gradient from like violet to green. Really, really fancy, yeah. Now, in the beginning, I told you I wrote a Joomla book with David Jardin together. And his brother is a very talented designer. And I was lucky to get Lucas on board and to co-work with him on the Joomla 4 backend design. And we just worked together back and forth. And 2017, we had such a login. It was quite nice. We had such a backend. It was dark on the right side and bright on the left. This is how the control panel looked like. A bit confusing, maybe. And then we redesigned the login again and again. 2018, it looked like that. And we asked ourselves, is it the right thing to do something fancy, just to be different than maybe WordPress or other content management systems? Or should we go as a solid product? When I design, I'm not a UI designer. I'm not. When I design websites, I design them as solid as possible, because then the website has a really long lifespan. So we went back to something way more solid, light colors, something not that bold. There are some pitfalls when you design a backend for existing system. Same counts for websites. If you don't take care of the accessibility up front, you're really screwed afterwards, because implementing it afterwards is really a lot of work. And we have an accessibility team in Joomla, and it's quite active, and we have also individuals on GitHub that give do some tests and create pull requests regarding accessibility, and we try to do our best, but for a system that already exists almost 14 years, it's really not easy to implement it afterwards. And it's important to understand that accessibility doesn't always look pretty. When you implement it afterwards, even less. And we need really help to identify those accessibility issues and to fix them. That's my cat Paula. Yeah. So the cat actually wanted a box, but it was not accessible for her because I feed her too much. Another pitfall, or I don't know if it's the right word for pitfall, we have a missing user experience team. User experience is not design, it's something else. It's user testing, it's having best practice, it's our own profession, and we have no user experience in Joomla. No one who takes care of. We have a lot of individuals that use Joomla. Every one of you in this room has their own opinion how the backend should look like to work best with it. But that's not the way it should be. In GitHub, we have a lot of discussions because everyone has own opinion. But it should be more not emotional thing. It should be based on fundamentals and on best practices. And we also have no software architect. When I was writing the book about Joomla and was explaining how to do things and solve things in Joomla, for example, overrides, I always had to say, okay, an override is quite simple to do in Joomla. Copy this file into this folder and you're done. And then, but if you want to do an override for a plugin, you have to name the folder different and the structures like that and like that. And if you want to do an override for a field, there are 5 different options how to override fields. But when you want to override a media file from the calendar or something, you have to do it different again. There should be just one way, so the user doesn't have to think about it. You just, I could have saved like 500, not for 500 pages, but 100 pages explaining things if we would do it different. So user testing is important to see if it fits or sits. Paula's great. The other thing is the Joomla core. As I said, Joomla core exists more than 14 years. If we count member build, it exists even longer. We cannot build something from scratch because of a new good concept. We have to build something on things. We have to create a suite, and we have some possibilities to improve the system, but we cannot change everything. The design must follow the current function of Joomla, and that's really not easy. I bet you know this from your own projects. So in our head, something is totally logical and easy, but the user misunderstands it completely. I don't know how many of you have read my Joomla community magazine article in November 2017 about the new Joomla backend template. Did anyone read? Okay, not so much. In November 17, we were at a point where we said, okay, no more changes, no more gradients from violet to green. We have something we can now develop and build upon it. And I want to show you how the prototype looked like in 2017. Some things changed in between, but I just explain you the concepts that were behind it. Okay, screen resolution. Control. You mean just to? No, it doesn't. I just hope you will not see my desktop. It's the history. Who was interested in the history? So this was. This is basically the concept that was published in November 2017. You have a login screen. You log in and you have the dashboard. You see how many users are active on the, not on the page, but in the back end. How many menu items I have, how many articles do I have. You have quite a nice overview. Maybe extension developers can add some modules that show up some site statistics. And you have a vertical menu, which was also not a designer decision. It was already done before. So this is just the styling of it. And in this vertical menu, you have users. And this is a dashboard. So every main component has a dashboard where you have a repetition of the menu, which is on the side, but also component-specific modules. So if you go on users, you have user-specific informations. And this part here is quite important for accessibility, so people that maybe use a mouse stick can navigate easy through the site. So every component has a dashboard. The other thing is that we have a plus icon here, so we don't have every time user, add user, article, add article. We save 50% of the menu items and just add a quick add here. Okay, I have no point at this, actually. This is the manage view. I switch to articles. Back here. I'm lost. One moment. I'm lost in the prototype. Yeah, okay. So you click on the plus, and this is the article edit view. And you can write the article. You have a save button. You have a save and close button. The save and close button can have several options, like save and close, or maybe associate with a language and so on. That's just a concept of how it could be. System settings show already, is there something in the cache or not? Because if there's nothing in the cache, I don't have to click on it to see it, but there is nothing. So it should improve your daily workflow. That's just a short overview. You can have a look on the prototype at my website, coolcatcreations.com/Joomla. And yeah. How does the template look like now? I made a short video. You saw it yesterday, maybe. The installation goes really quick. It has the dark blue background and the Joomla logo. You install Joomla. Your installation is done. You open the administration area, login, and that's how the backend looks like now. You have the save button at the top. Quick icons at the, no, that's not quick icon, just icons at the top bar. Yeah, that's the current state of the Joomla 4 template. What could be the current state of the Joomla template? I want to show you, and that's like a, what's the English word? It's Premiere in German. A preview, exclusive preview. Almost no one saw it before.
Almost no one.
So, command S. Doesn't work for me, the combination. Okay, so you saw before that the installer had this dark background. It didn't fit to the actual backend design. So we took the current code base and just styled it so it's one consistent design. You go through the installation process. Here you go and open the login page to your backend. It's one consistent design, and I'll log in. And now the door opens. The door opens for you and welcomes you into the backend. New Joomla 4 backend. I want to repeat it. I love it so much.
I like the design.
It's a new Ajax login, and it gives a lot of emotion. It's a tool you work with every day, and
Good job.
it should welcome you.
I like the design position effect, but not the jump in the end.
You can help us to fix
We
it.
can improve.
I have to write a message to the others. So we have the quick icons at the top, which we're missing in the current state, with a number of actual contents on the side. You can directly add new items from the control panel. You have designed menu with the dashboards. Here we need to still work on the accessibility, so everyone will be able to navigate through the menu with ease. This annoying pop-up needs also a lot of improvement. We need someone who knows about web components and accessibility to fix this issue. It's not easy. Yeah, that's a dashboard, but of course it should be like in the prototype, at least 2 columns, and also the plus items and so on. You can add new contents from the menu. You can directly go to add a new article. You have your save and close button back, which a lot of people missed.
Save and new, you're saving copy?
Yeah, so for save and new, you have the drop down. But that's something that we can still elaborate how to.
Copy is not there anymore?
Yeah, but it can be.
This is a new.
Oh, it will be in
It will be. No. We did not remove anything. It's just something. Also, what I want to say, we work on layout issues, and everything what's regarding features and everything. It's in the main repo. It's already the save and close button. It's already there. The dashboards are already submitted as a PR, so we do nothing in private. It's just the layout we work on separately. New features are added to the main repo.
Right.
So where's getting a list of your articles?
Sorry?
You showed adding, but how do you get a list of all your articles?
You go here, and there's no matching results because I did not add anything yet.
But before you had for searching, you could search different categories or
Yes. That's a brand new installation we just made, and therefore there's nothing here. And there are a lot of design things that have still to be fixed, but that's just the current state. Okay, I had a big headache about the colors because of accessibility also and about customizing the backend. The colors that you see now that are fully calculated, go back to my slides. Volunteering for Joomla is a big learning curve for me. I don't know everything before, so the accessibility team said to me, we need more accessible colors for the back end, and the menu has not enough contrast. And I was reading about accessible colors, and I found out that it's not just about increasing and decreasing luminosity. It's also about increasing and decreasing saturation and the hue. I don't know if this is enough. Has to be still tested, but that's a calculation I made on the colors. And if you want to customize your backend and still stay accessible, I want to assure that it will stay like that. I have a customer in Nuremberg. It's a McDonald's restaurant, and they have the colors yellow and green. And based on the calculations I made here on the colors, they would have a backend like this. Current state, not fixed to the end. That's something we need still to check and test with teams. So when will our pull request be available? I cannot tell you exactly. We have a lot of to-do still on our list. I hope we will be finished in March. And you would want to ask if it will be merged. I don't know. It depends on your feedback. It depends on your testing on the pull request. And I hope you like it. I hope you like it as much as I do. And I'm very proud of the team that stands behind it. It's a strong collaboration. We almost chat 24 hours with each other. And do you have any questions, or do you want to see something again? Yeah.
we have a lot of people in this room today, so what exactly can these amazing developers and UX people that are sitting here, what can they do to help you to make this move forward specifically? What should they do?
Yeah, maybe tweet
Should they
about
just
it that you
email
like it.
Yeah. What should
Maybe
they do?
tweet that you like what you see. We have a lot of criticism because we worked in a closed environment. I understand that it's not the kind of open source that you think it should be, but design is a concept. It's not about changing a button color, and we cannot decide, we cannot discuss in one PR with 100 posts about one button color. It all plays together. Of course, we value everyone's opinion, but you cannot do that. You cannot discuss on 200 pages about one font. And I would love to have your support in this. Continuing like that and giving time by time chunks of new PRs for the backend. And as said, we just do the layout like that, and new features like dashboard or save and close, and everything is submitted in the main repo. And I would love to have you as a tester and to support us. And if you have any UX expertise, or you know someone who can help us with a decent concept or recommendations, I would love to have contact with this person. Or accessibility team, I bet they want to have also some more volunteers to help.
So the one that's in the current Joomla 4, it's not the one that you just showed there.
No,
So,
the one I showed is the video I played, and this one with the live demo.
we've been working in there, working on Fabric 4 in there because we're trying to get ready for Joomla 4 to come out. And so this, what you just showed me though, where at least you're expanding down in that as opposed to going out this way with the menus, is much better. This.
You mean this one?
Yes, where you're expanding down on those menus, because in the other one that we've been working in, it's going this direction, and then we already have those menus, so now they're going this direction. So then we get to very, very small view screens for all of our work in the component. So how did you do it when you went to a new article and you totally got rid of the left menu?
Oh yeah, you can just toggle it here.
Yeah, but no, when you went to a new article, there was not even the toggle menu.
That's also already in the current stage of the Joomla 4 backend.
Is there something we need to do in our component to
It's in Joomla 3 for now. If you're inside the component in an edit view or somewhere, you block the menu. You cannot click it. It's like that in 3 now. And our design was to remove the menu on these views completely, because if it's blocked, why would you want to use it? To just close the page. You save at least this space, if not even this space. Another thing that is complicated, and we don't know yet how to solve it, is that you have different components that still have a side menu. I tried to find it. Components, I think banners has it. No.
Contact?
Contact, yeah. You have here 2 links.
no, we're having
Even better, the global configuration. So if I open now the menu, you have a menu and a menu. That's really ugly.
Yeah. Yes.
And it's something we have to solve. If you have any ideas, concepts, I would embrace that.
I email you.
Yeah.
Because we have been working in it, and it's very awkward. And
Yeah.
like I said, we needed more screen space, and we're like trying to figure out some,
Yeah.
I don't know, we talked about a few things, but I don't know.
Yeah, please write me email or something, or just grab me later.
What about the amount of clicks? Because I'm noticing you're clicking, drop down, click, click again.
Yeah.
versus the drop down, you know.
So
in the current state of Joomla.
that's something we still have to fix, that the menu stays open and not, if I'm not, no, it stays open. At some points it doesn't stay open and I have to click back again.
And then drop down.
But that the reason for the plus, for example, in the menu is just to reduce clicks or to access certain things directly from the dashboard to add a new article or something. Yeah. Any more questions?
Is this available, like, for us, you're saying, to try out, or no, that's just a private development?
Yes, but it will be soon available as a PR. We will create a PR for it. I don't know, it will last 2 weeks or less. I hope it will be very soon finished. We have just some small things to fix still.
Is it in the Joomla 4 branch? Or is it a specific repository?
It's a specific
Can
repository.
you show the open, the public one, so that people know where they can
Yeah.
find it?
So the public one is on github.com, Joomla CMS.
So the branch,
And if you follow me on Twitter, I will just tweet our PR is finally ready to test. Yeah, and I really would appreciate it if you comment on it, if you tell your opinion, if you give feedback. It doesn't matter if it's positive or negative. Every opinion counts.
but constructive.
You don't have to fly in with it.
Too bad I didn't do it.
She's lucky, she flies with everywhere. I have to direct.
Yeah, I
So, can
don't
you
know.
join the team somehow? Yeah, the keynote starts in like 8 minutes.
Oh, okay. So
We need to go.